one of those people that started off acoustic guitar learning the beginning to roundabout as best I could. Does it drive you crazy? Does every guitarist come up to you and say that?
Well, there was a time when it was Mood for Dad. Earlier, before that, it was clap. I'm quite honoured, you know, that so many people have seeked to learn, you know, what it is I'm playing. And of course, the guitars. The only mystery about it is that the fingering, you know, individual fingering is really the key to learning it. So, you know, to play another piece of music. But of course you can do it with a different fingering, but it's obviously easier the way I finger it. I figure it's easier. But getting the fingerings, finger positions around the guitar is, you know, is almost impossible.
Well, your finger positionings, and looking at you today, there is classical positionings up and down the neck that you're working on. Did you have classical training when you were starting out?
I had no training at all. I'm self-taught, and I don't read music either. And I just listen, you know, and I use my ears, and that's what guides me, I guess, is my ears.
So early on, when you were picking up a guitar and you were hearing songs on the radio, was your household a musical one? Were your parents musical?
Semi, yeah. I mean, I had brothers and sisters. They had their interest, but my interest was looking at my parents' music, which was Les Paul and Mary Ford, and also Tennessee Ernie Ford. Two Fords there.
Hey.
And then when I heard that stuff, which kind of excited me quite a bit, and I got a guitar, then there were no cracks in the wall for people to listen to, because there was, you know, the English pop revolution, if you like, guitar instrumentals galore, and you had Duane Eddy and the Ventures, and then eventually I discovered the wonderful Chet Atkins, the late Chet Atkins. That to me was, I didn't need to go much further, but my brothers and sisters insisted that I listen to jazz and classical, which is actually the best advice, thanks so much, the best advice they ever gave me, because that in a way brought the breadth of influence and interest that I've sustained in my music. And then for some crazy reason I decided to try and play a bit like all of those things as well.
Trying to bring as many influences in. I've heard many guitarists talk about hearing Chet Atkins for the first time, yes, and then trying to replicate his finger picking.
Well, that country picking's really, really special, and there's a lot of fine guitarists, extremely fine guitarists, who actually don't go there at all, which is unusual. And that was one of the big inspirations for music like clap that I wrote, and then I started writing my own country picking instrumentals, and I wrote, you know, Ram and Second Initial, Valley of Rocks. Just, you know, I love that style. That's one of my main vehicles in my guitar playing and writing connection. Besides songs, which is also something, obviously I've collaborated a lot with John over the years, and I still churn out some songs. But I think country picking and what I was doing today for the sort of Spanish guitar approach, those influences, bringing those into play is a big goal of mine.